Good morning, everyone. I'm Rick.
Good morning, I'm Andrea.
And this is Living in Italy under lockdown and quarantine on Travel Addicts Life.
And today is day 51 of the lockdown, and it's April the 27th.
Yes, it is.
I got it correctly.
Yay! So today's going to be an interesting show. We're going to be talking about the phase 2 of lockdown here in Italy. And we're going to lighten things up a little bit.
Yes, we're going to talk about our favorite beaches in Sardinia.
So stay tuned. Okay, so on to the serious stuff. Let's talk about the new cases.
Yes, the new cases are still going down, and what is most important, yesterday the death rate was the lowest since March, which is really good.
That's good. So
even in Lombardia, which was the really epicenter of the crisis, actually we're at only, I think, 56.
Right. I heard for the whole country it was like 200 and something.
Yeah. So it's really moving in the right direction,
right,
which is encouraging.
And I read, so there was a university in Singapore yesterday that predicts, they do statistical calculations, and according to them, by the end of May, 97% of this will be all gone. So
hopefully they're right.
Hopefully they're right.
Yeah. Hopefully they're right.
Yeah.
If they are, I will be really happy.
Yeah. So yesterday, the Prime Minister of Italy came on and addressed the country and started talking about what the new
Phase 2
regulations, liberation would look like. Spoiler alert, this is not liberation.
Well, it's a little more.
I think what it is it's just sort of, so it's kind of like pressing the reverse button on a VCR. Do you guys all remember that? You used to have a VCR, you used to go back and go back. Anyway, it's like that. So, with the lines. So here's the big things. Starting today, businesses or large manufacturers can apply to reopen. But really, they're not going to start reopening until May 4th.
So that's something that you're ready to reopen. So they have to put in place all the measure to keep people, all the employees safe. So distancing them, making sure they wear masks, or there's barrier, stuff like that. So starting today, they're going to start to get ready for next Monday.
That's good. That's good. But some of them are already up and running. But but the rest of the industry by Monday will be all
more
up and
specifically. The Prime Minister was talking about car manufacture, clothing manufacture, and construction. Those are the three big ones that they want to open as soon as possible.
So got it. That's good news. So what can we do on May 4th? I actually printed out this nice article from the BBC, and they put it out in point form. So what can we do?
So the biggest improvement that we're going to be allowed to go to walk in the park again.
With no limitation.
With no limitation, so no more 500 meters, and we will be able to travel in the region, for a cost.
For a valid reason.
For a valid reason, so you cannot go stroll around Bologna for an ice cream. No, you have to go either for medical reason, to visit family, or for work-related reason. Or if you need a valid reason, so not just I feel like I'm going shopping.
I think that's going to be tested. I think there's going to be some room for negotiation.
Yeah, of course.
But at the end of the day, this is
valid reason.
Yeah, valid reason, and it's a good step in the right direction.
You're going to be able to go visit family, close family, and they specify which close family they're talking about. So brother, sister, parents, grandparents. That's it. But you cannot do a congregation of people, so no parties, no dinner party. So still
not yet.
Basically, the live motif of the whole liberation is avoid congregation, avoid big gathering of people.
Sure.
Even sports event are going to be training are going to be allowed, but very small amount of people at the same time, no public sports event, so everything is going to be very...
It's probably for good reason, because even me, I was planning a barbecue on May 4th, but so would probably everybody else. Can you imagine, But it's for good reason.
So what they want to avoid is to go back to square one on May 5th.
Right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Apparently, funerals are set to resume, but with a maximum of 15 people, and ideally carried outdoors.
Yes.
And
bars and restaurants, they can open for delivery. So actually no,
for takeout.
For takeout. Right now they can do delivery, they can be takeouts, but one person at a time are allowed in the restaurant or the bar, and you cannot consume the item inside or outside the bar. So you have to go home or to the office. For now. The really reopening of bar, restaurants, and hairdressers is going to be June 1st.
As it is right now.
As it is right now.
Yeah.
And then May 18th is the step 2.
Right, so May 18th, so 2 weeks after the 4th, then they're looking at opening the rest of the stores, the shopping malls as well.
Shopping mall, it didn't specify shopping mall.
But they said retail.
Retail. So
you know, I cannot wait to be able to go to the Italian version of Home Depot, because for 2 months in the shower I have no pumper for the soap. Do you know how big of a inconvenience it is?
Can you imagine having to squeeze the soap from the bottle?
I know.
What a world! What a world! Wow, that's like.
So I cannot wait to visit my Italian Home Depot.
All right. Well, so that's about it. Let's see what we did.
Those are the big ones.
Yeah, those are the big ones.
And apparently we can get our haircuts on June 1st as well. But you know what? Actually, I'm kind of digging this Corona cut. You know, I don't mind.
The do-it-yourself haircut.
Yeah, I don't have to make an appointment. I don't have to wait in line. I don't have to, you know, talk in Italian and ask for something. Just the whole Italian as a second or third language thing for me is. I just have to ask this one, and if it doesn't work, I just blame him. Right?
Anyways, well, the haircut is going to be June 1st.
Exactly.
And those are the major differences.
Those are the big things. We heard yesterday on Quarantine Cocktails that some of you liked the fact that we talk about what is actually happening in Italy in English, and others want to talk about our travels.
Exactly.
So.
Today we did a little bit of travel-related stuff, but before, remember the Race to 1,000.
Race to 1,000.
Exactly.
We are in a Race to 1,000. For those of you that don't know, unless you have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you're practically nothing. So
we want to reach 1,000 as soon as possible, so please people subscribe and the button down here.
If they like the video.
Of course if they like the video. But of course they like the video, otherwise they wouldn't watch so long.
What about us?
Yeah, they wouldn't be like 5 minutes in the video. So please subscribe and leave a comment.
Yes.
We would love to hear from you.
So, Sardinia. Tell us about Sardinia.
So, we love to go to Sardinia. Sardinia is an island in the Mediterranean, about like 8 hours on ferry boat from here or an hour by plane. It's absolutely spectacular. It's probably the clearest water I've ever seen. Even, in my opinion, even clearer than some island in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The water is absolutely crystal clear, deep blue, green, turquoise, it's, you name it. Every single area of the island has a different color of water. It's like absolutely fantastic.
And until now, it's been, Sardinia's, I've always said it's the Hawaii of Europe.
Yeah, it's an island that is not as known outside Europe.
That is right.
Yeah. It's not very well known outside Europe. Yeah, only European knows about this island, and it's absolutely stunning. So we want to let you know our 7 favorite places in Sardinia.
And if you want to come back, we actually wrote a story called Our 7 Favorite Beaches in Sardinia some time ago, and with photos, and we're going to put some photos up in...
And by the way, these are just our favorite because we didn't see all of the beaches in Sardinia. There's plenty more beaches that you can actually visit, but those are the one we know and the one we really like.
Sure.
And on top of it, I think is the Maddalena Archipelago with Budelli, which is this tiny island, but with the most amazing water I've ever seen, ever.
It's for me, I have a tie of beaches. Budelli is stunning, but it's a little hard to get to.
Yeah.
Like after 8 hours on the ferry boat or taking a plane ride, Then you have to take another ferry to get to Maddalena. But once you get to Budelli, wow, the beaches are pink, the water is crystal clear, it's
absolutely
and there's nobody.
No, there's a few people because actually you have to take a boat to get there. So our favorite way to get there is like by this antique sailboat, and you leave in the morning. They take you there. They make you lunch. You go swimming. You come back from swimming. There's this beautiful lunch ready for you. You have lunch, and then they take you to another island, which is our second favorite one, and you have a coffee and maybe a glass of limoncello
Or a gelato.
another dip, and they take you back home. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's our favorite way to get there, and I'll put photos about.
Sure. Now, my other favorite beach, I'm going to skip along here. My other favorite beach is actually this beach. Well, actually, it's the end of Long Beach. It's called Cala di Volpe. And what I like about Cala di Volpe is that, again, very few people, but there is a super exclusive hotel at the end of this beach. So at the end of Long Beach, you have Cala di Volpe, and at the end of Cala di Volpe, you have this hotel that is super exclusive. And my favorite recording artist of all time is well known to go there. Elton John goes himself every July, takes his whole family, and it's so cool. I've never seen it.
It's very convenient. It's like 10 minutes away from
his parents' house.
Yeah, from my parents' house. So for us, it's quite convenient to get there.
Your parents' summer house.
Yes. And it's actually a really beautiful beach. Again, beautiful water, super calm, crystal clear. Beautiful beach.
So that's my number 2.
Number 3, I would say, is again in the Maddalena Archipelago, is Spargi Island, which is another island. Again, incredibly turquoise water, absolutely incredible. Crystal clear, calm, turquoise water, like you can't go wrong there. Like it's absolutely marvelous.
And Chia,
all
Chia. The way in the south. Now we move all the way to the south.
Beautiful.
Again, so to get to Chia, you have to fly into Cagliari.
Yeah, Cagliari, which is the airport in the south and the major city in Sardinia.
Right. Actually, the beaches we were just talking about are in the north.
In the north.
So going all the way to the south, Chia Beach, spectacular.
Really beautiful.
Windy.
A little windy, but it's fine. Actually, Chia is great for kids because the water is kind of shallow for a while and calm, so kids can swim, and it's really beautiful, super crystal clear. A little bit more crowded because it's an easier beach to get to.
But it's inexpensive.
It's very inexpensive, yeah. And there's nice bars and restaurant on the beach where you can actually have lunch and
aperitivo and those sorts
really
of
beautiful.
things. Yeah. And then we have Cala goloritzè.
Oh, Cala Gonone.
Cala goloritzè. In Cala Gonone.
Absolutely amazing, but again, you have to get there by boat. Actually, no, you can walk there, but it's a long walk, really long walk in a very narrow and downhill path. So better to take a boat from Cala Gonone. It's about 20 minutes by boat, and
like
it's absolutely unbelievable. The color of the water is unbelievable.
That is the theme of Sardinia.
The color of the water.
The color of the water.
And in Cala Gonone, you have this super white sand and a giant rock coming out of the mountain, and it's an iconic place, really stunning. And yeah, for swimming is just paradise. I'll put a photo of myself swimming in Cala Gonone, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Carloforte on San Pietro Island.
Yes.
Another one.
Okay, so Cala Gonone, it's on the east coast of the island, right in the middle of the island. Carloforte is on the west coast of the island, down toward the south. Mm-hmm. It's another island that you can reach by 20-minute ferry ride.
There's a theme here.
But actually, the town of Carloforte is quite nice to spend a few days there. It's like a beautiful restaurants. Very cute little town, but the beaches are really nice.
And not a lot of people.
Not a lot of people.
Maybe that is the key to beautiful beaches.
Yeah, and apparently they have the best tuna fish in the world. So if you like tuna fish, you can go to San Pietro.
Very nice.
I wouldn't know because I don't eat seafood. But...
No, I don't think I ate. I don't think I had.
Did.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
So yeah, Carloforte is another beautiful one.
And number 7 is Capo Caccia.
And Alghero area.
Oh yes, Alghero's, yeah.
Yeah, that's the same area.
Right.
Beautiful beaches there too. A little bit more rocky, a little bit more, I would say, wild, in the sense that there are not as developed as the other one we talked about. So you have to hike a little bit to go to these secluded beaches, but absolutely stunning beaches there too, like really, really nice. And if you like scuba diving or snorkeling, that area is absolutely amazing.
Good.
So these are our favorite beaches in Sardinia. If you have any comments, or if you have your favorite beaches in Sardinia, just leave a comment down below.
Or if you come and visit Sardinia,
let us know.
come buy us a cocktail. And don't forget, we're going to do quarantine cocktails again Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern.
And 7 p.m. Europe.
So we look forward to seeing you there. It's a lot of fun meeting you guys and getting to know you on a week-by-week basis.
And someone was telling us that the link we posted wasn't working, so we'll take a look and let you know.
Yeah, but the link should always be the same.
It's always the same, but
of course, if there's an issue, you can email info@traveladdictslife.com
and we'll reply back immediately.
Immediately.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.